third. So we're gonna go ahead and move into entertainment. So what's topping off our entertainment news this week? Please tell me what it is, what I think it is.
Nicki versus Cardi.
Thank you. I saw a clip from an uncredible source that was like, Nicki and Cardi get into it. What the bam? I watched the video, blurry, hazy, dark, couldn't see shit. Was like, man, bullshit. Then I start seeing personal posts from accounts, start seeing credible sources posting about it. I actually like this. Now I know that Drake and Meek have made up. I know Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem at it. I know there's a lot of beefs with the males, but I just kind of, it's something about the round of it all. Then I'm just like, yeah, y'all fight and Cardi win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're winning on the charts. You're winning on the just clout and, you know, everything in terms of the popular vote. Beat her ass, and that's the trifecta. What say you?
So, you know, we all love Cardi because she's real. She
love her authenticity.
Right, and not to shit on Nicki, but, you know.
We shitting on you, Nicks.
I've never been a Nicki fan because I'm a Queen Lil Kim fan.
Right,
so, and I just feel like this is a younger version of Lil Kim.
The reason that I'm not a Nicki fan as much as I possibly could have been is just because I just feel like the before and after, I don't think that I even noticed artists. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see the before picture of Nicki Minaj and you're like, they created off of that?
Yeah.
This? Like, what's the real? But with Cardi, yes, enhancements have been made, but the story, the authenticity, and the passion, the attitude, the spirit has been consistent, and I vibe more with that. And I think that even before Cardi came out, it was still something about Nicki that just left me wanting more. It was like, you're not Kim.
She didn't fulfill.
Remy bodied you, and you had to get, like, the only reason that shit didn't become, like, the sheether that it could have been was because you went to Nas and got the track pulled and like that goofy ass shit. Like, it's rap.
Yeah.
Like, if she bodies you, let it ride. You know what I'm saying?
So, come to find out, this is what happened. It was a fight over Nicki. Cardi thought Nicki said something about her kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was
the kid's name is Culture.
Okay.
And it's a girl?
I don't know.
I think it's a girl named Culture.
Okay.
Shout out to the Migos.
And then they said kids were off limits. Because Nicki talked about it on her podcast, Queen's Radio. But then they had a quote of Cardi actually saying, like a long time ago before she obviously had a child, you know, kids ain't off limits. You know, you say something about my mama's child, that kind of thing.
You change your perspective as you grow older, when you're wiser.
Whatever. And so then they saw each other at this party. You know, words were said. Cardi went forward, right? Nicki's thing is, Nicki's an agitator, passive aggressive, right? She does stuff, I think, one, to promote whatever she got going, because she put out her album or something. It's trash.
Couldn't get through it. I'm listening to a lot of music these days. Couldn't get through it. I like the track that she did that like remade Biggie's, and it was kind of talking about fuck an industry bitch. She remade that, and I think it's called like Barbie something, whatever. Like I don't know what it's called, but she talking about the niggas that she would fuck, but whatever.
Yeah, okay, I heard that.
It got a cold ass beat, and the concept is like an ode to Biggie. Yeah. I like that shit, but the rest of the album, I just couldn't. Turn it off, put on the Travis Scott. Sorry.
So they basically said she baited Cardi, and everybody's like, Cardi, don't feed into her, don't fall for it no more. But sometimes you just gotta beat a bitch ass. Yeah. And then let's move forward. But I think going forward, Cardi should just ignore Nicki because it's a waste of your time.
But I will say this: there is something to be said about the fact that I'll die for this. You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I know what I said in the past. I know I've grown from that place, and I know I'm letting you know that kids are off limits, and I'm finna show that kids are off limits. So it's not, I mean, you could call it baiting all you want, but it's like, at the end of the day, bait, not bait, whether I know it's bait or not, I'll beat your ass over my kids. I know,
but I wish she would have got like a good ass whooping. She didn't get that good ass whooping, so it's like, until you know you can corner a bitch. Don't
like, I mean, and that's not gonna happen now because everybody's on alert. Yeah.
Okay.
But man, shout out to y'all because I think that, you know, when you listen to shit like Nicki on Monster, and Kanye has admitted this several times that she had the coldest verse on that track, and she's on there with Jay, she's on there with M, she's on there with Wayne, she's on there with
collaborative
Kanye.
artist.
She's a very good collaborative artist. Her independent projects don't really speak to me, but she is a dope MC. Let's not get that twisted. Cardi is Cardi, obviously.
We like her for her personality. I think that's what people
gravitate toward. Yeah. So I mean, both of y'all doing y'all thing, and everybody got preferences. We allowed to like one more than the other, but that don't mean that both of y'all ain't the bomb. You know what I'm saying? Also in entertainment, man, ODELL Beckham Jr. Now this is the guy who my son tries to steal his hairdo. This is this noodle hair, blonde top, bop.
He is attractive.
ODELL Beckham Jr. is one of the coldest receivers that the NFL has seen. Like, this nigga is athletic as fuck. This nigga be catching the ball like he caught a touchdown pass like on some and one shit with 3 fingers, falling back. Like, I know you don't care about this shit, but the nigga is cold. And now I heard he's catching a bag. Catching
yes.
a bag.
$95 million, 65 guaranteed.
That's numbers. You know what I'm saying? And he deserves it. I think he's the highest paid receiver in NFL history with this number. And man, can we just slow clap?
Why not?
One time for the one time. I swear. I love to see brothers get their bag. He's another one that has stayed true to himself. He's a party dude. He's a tastemaker. He the type of nigga that will participate in the Kiki challenge. You know what I'm saying? He's a celebrity. He's cool. He's fun. He's young. He does his thing, and he's cold at what he does. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to ODELL Beckham Jr. And then, man, just hold your head. I think it's Le'Veon Bell for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's in a similar situation where he deserves a bag, and they really holding him away from his bag. They done paid Antonio Brown, the wide receiver for the Steelers, his bag, and now they saying because you're a running back, like they'll pay a wide receiver, but they're not gonna pay a running back that coin. But they throw the ball to this nigga out the backfield, they throw it to him in the slot, they treat him like a receiver, but he's technically a running back, and they holding out on his bread, and it's getting kind of ugly. The team is turning on him, the coaches ain't fucking with him, and it's kind of ugly, but you know your worth. So I would say stick to your guns, see, and you will catch your bag as well. All right, moving on to entertainment, man. Apeshit. What say you?
Did you know who wrote it?
Did I know who wrote Beyonce and Jay-Z's Apeshit? I thought they wrote their own music.
QUAVIO.
I want to talk about you writing Apeshit for the Carters for Beyonce. How was that?
Oh, that was fire. It was real fire. I actually did stir fry and Apeshit at the same time. Me and Pharrell was recording at Chalice, and Apeshit was supposed to make Culture too. And it he sent me, we did 2 records, and I just picked Stir Fry to go on the album.
Great pick though.
He called me back and was like, yo, B and J got the record. And I was like, for real? Shit, I can't wait till they drop it.
Yeah. That's crazy. And so when you see Beyonce performing that, in your mind, is she performing it the way that you wrote it? Like the way that you wanted it?
Look, she killing it. Nah, she doing it way better than me. She killing it. She bringing moves and dance moves and court. Like I went to the show. I watched the whole show because she do it at the end of the show.
Right.
Man, I was like, the anticipation for Apeshit was, I feel like I started sweating. Like just watching the show, and it was so hype and exciting. I was just waiting on Apeshit the whole time, and then when she played it.
When Beyonce raps, it's kind of hard. It's kind of irresistible, and here's why. Because her songs are catchy. You know, Neo has written some of her classics. Obviously, QUAVIO is now contributing, and the writers are dope. And it's interesting because it's like a double standard. Like in R&B, Whitney didn't have to write her shit. Mariah don't have to write her shit. Beyonce don't have to write her shit. Whatever the case, they don't have to write their shit. They have to be the face of that song and the voice of that song.
Well, no, in the beginning they did though.
I'm talking about now.
But I want people to understand though. In the beginning, as an artist, don't think people are just flooding you with songs.
Right. When you say the beginning, you're talking about the 60s, 70s.
No, I'm saying the beginning of Destiny's Child,
right.
The beginning of Beyonce. Her first album, she was in there writing.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
You ain't got credit like that for people just to be sending you stuff. But when she started, you know, blowing up,
so she does have the gift of the pen as well.
Yeah,
so I didn't know that. I thought it was kind of just, you know, when you're a singer, you sing. When you're a writer, you write, and we come together and make a nice little team.
Well, so it's a little bit of both. They prefer a singer that can write will get further faster. Opposed, because then you're just waiting around for songs and a lot
that
of
fit
times,
your voice and shit like that.
You know, it take. What's the saying? Like you got to go through a lot to find the golden egg or something like that. So,
but I was saying all that to say that in hip hop, you know that shit is not accepted.
Oh yeah.
And now it's becoming more mainstream where you can have a ghostwriter and it's totally acceptable. We get that shit, right? But it's like I guess it's kind of like with Kanye. Like, I guess Kanye is known for having a ghostwriter now, but early on he didn't.
was
and
writing
he
and doing
kind of cut his
hits.
teeth and did his own shit.
See what I'm
did
saying?
the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I just think that it's dope how a song can be written by somebody, passed along to somebody, passed over by somebody, and then boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Kanye had a song way back in the day. It was like, man, Common passed on this beat. I made it to a jam. Everything I'm not made me everything I am.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I tried to get us to Common, who was probably up here to Kanye at that time. And Common saw something or heard something like, nah, I'm good. And he just did his own song, and that shit was one of his dopest shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love how that works, and I would love to learn more about that shit. But yeah, shout out to Apeshit, shout out to QUAVIO, shout out to Migos, man. Everybody, I was listening to T Greasy earlier today. And that's the first day out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hit the rollie store with the rollie on. You remember? Exactly. One hit wonder about 2 years ago. And it's just good that it seems like the Migos are kind of here to stay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of came out very quick. And you didn't know, was it going to be the race murder? Was it going to, yeah, they doing their thing. So shout out to them. Also in entertainment, man, these white folks done lost it. Did they ever have it is my question.
They claim they had it.
When did they have it and where did they lose it?
Did you see the two white guys who ran up on stage at the concert in Atlanta?
Who stayed? Whose concert?
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
No.
You didn't see this?
No.
Shut up, you didn't see the video?
Please tell me they were clotheslined, full Nelson, and figure four leg locked.
No, I was up one night and I was like, is this real? And I went through so many videos to find a good angle. And I found a good
The dancers accosted them.
Yes.
Yes. I love that shit. You got to ride for your guys. You got to ride for the guys. And you already know where your check come from.
Okay.
So I bet you got to raise if you threw the first punch. I got to look up this video.
You got to. And we'll show it.
Okay.
But so then the next night, right, as Beyonce and them are exiting, she turns back and she gave the karate kick.
Man.
Like, I'm ready for
back,
you
back.
tonight. Yeah.
Back, back. Give me 50 feet.
But that was just crazy. Like,
yeah.
I just don't know how y'all just, nobody was there. Y'all
but
just walked up
that
the
speaks
stage.
to a greater issue of, one, I mean, they probably was lit, and I know when you get drunk, you be out your body. But two, you that out your body.
Jay-Z to want to jump on. See,
I don't think they was trying to jump. They was trying to jump on.
It wasn't no.
It wasn't a friendly approach.
No,
oh shit.
So my thing is, a white man trying to jump on Jay. Jay got this documentary out.
Yeah.
Jay talking about I'm black and I'm arrogant.
Right.
Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? He's saying all this stuff in his songs. I took it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
They
How
didn't
dare
press
you?
charges, but I just feel like they need to really be careful.
I just think it speaks to a greater issue though. The fact that they made it that far.
Yeah.
Because if it was, let's just say some Chief Keef looking dreadhead shorties coming up there, whatever, wouldn't have, one, probably even got their ticket honored to be in the pit. Two, first step on that motherfucking demo, the engineer would have beat their ass, not the security. The engineer would have been like, y'all niggas don't belong here. Boom, let me get that. And then, you know, obviously getting onto the stage, the dancers would have had their way with them as well. But it just speaks to the privilege that they must have had in their mind, like, we can do this. And also that hesitation that we as a society have, like, well, these white men must be with the shits. They must be with the shits. They're white men.
If I'm up here
fuck
doing
that.
it and you just got somebody just
dog.
like, what the fuck?
Gallivanting. Come on,
you know?
man.
Yeah.
There was no questions asked, man. Also in entertainment, man, new show alert. And we love this on This and the Third, man. So what's the new show alert on this week?
So have you seen The Shop? It's on HBO.
LeBron. I definitely saw episode 1 on my way back from Alabama.
Okay, good.
I love the way the season kicked off, let me say.
You like it?
I love the rawness of this show.
Love it.
That motherfucker was speaking from the spirit
Not only
of the
him,
Negro.
but you got Draymond Green.
Draymond.
You had Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, he was on there.
Candace Parker.
Snoop.
Snoop.
You had Snoop on there. You had some of the 4 horsemen that rolled with LeBron. You had Jon Stewart.
Carmichael. What's his name?
Gerard Carmichael. Shout out to Lil Rel with his own show now, G. It's crazy. I'm sorry not to deviate, but he was on the Carmichael show as an extra. Now Gerard Carmichael is co-starring on Lil Rel show. That's Chicago. And it's not on no hating shit like, you know, Carmichael, but you had your turn, and now it's Lil Rel turn, and next somebody else will get their turn. You know what? Shout out.
I do like Gerard Carmichael as a comedian, though. Have you watched his stand-up?
Yeah, he's funny.
He's funny.
He's funny. Him, Hannibal, Michael Chi, I think his name is, from Saturday Night Live. We got some dope black comedians that are like sophisticatedly funny. It's not this
it's not
wally wop. It's not that shit. It's funny. But I will say this though, speaking of black comedians, G, Kevin Hart, this motherfucking cold as balls shit that he does with Old Spice where they in the tub with the sports figures is some dope.
What channel does that?
Laugh Out Loud Network. He like has a channel when you go to Facebook and you go to the the videos and you go to watch list. You just type in goddamn Laugh Out Loud Network. You will be laughing for days. That shit is hilarious. But the fact that he has LOL Network, the fact that he puts other young and up-and-coming comedians on and he gives them that platform. The fact that he is diverse as fuck. He calls himself the comedian rock star or something like that. He's just that. So he's not funnier than Eddie Murphy. He's not funnier than Dave Chappelle. He's not funnier than Chris Rock. But he is more well-branded.
Because he's tapped into his social media.
And his social media is
a lot of people hate on Kevin Hart.
Because they're not him. Because they're not him. They hate you because they ain't you. I fuck with, like, that's the thing. I think Kevin Hart was more funny when he was up and coming, doing Paper Soldiers and shit like that. Once he got famous, and now they're kind of determining. They're determining what type of, like, I'm not excited to see, what's it called, Night School. I'm not excited to see that shit because it's like, it looks corny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can't hate on his bag. You can't hate on Tyler Perry's bag. You can't hate on Lee Daniels' bag. You can't hate on the niggas that.
Depending on how he got it, I don't know. We gonna
but I'm throwing mugs in there that's making money moves, man. And I'm just talking about straight getting to the money because that's, at the end of the day, it's about the art. But then there is the business aspect that, man, we've been the most talented people forever and haven't profited off of it. They are finding a way to profit off of the talent. I love that shit. All right? But
so check out the shop.
Check out the shop.
I'm not even sure what days it come on because I caught it.
Man, I YouTubed it. So I was able to catch it on YouTube, but it is on HBO and it's probably on demand. So you can check out the first episode that's talking about LeBron's position on just his place in society, his upbringing, being the stud, being the $1 million Negro, knowing that at an early age. Like, LeBron is very woke. And it's crazy that somebody that doesn't have the formal education that the United States tends to celebrate is opening schools, is providing free tuition to college, and he never went. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is dope to me. You don't need that shit if you're called for something greater.
I agree. They also have Michael Bennett on their football player, and
he's outspoken from the Seattle Seahawks.
Love him. Because they also did. It wasn't just about LeBron, so you guys understand. Snoop talked about his experiences traveling around the world,
diversifying himself, reinventing himself over and over.
As a black person here versus out of the country.
You know what he said that was dope? He said that, you know what I'm saying, as much as people want to shit on black people and culture and be culture vultures, he said because of the impact of him and Dre early on, decades ago, he taught people overseas how to speak English because they was just rocking out to the Chronic, they was rocking out to Doggy Style, they was rocking out to all of his early shits. That's powerful.
We know that.
We know that. But I mean,
nobody else would give them that.
Oh my stars!
So it was nice to hear us talk.
That shop talk.
Yeah,
that shop talk.
With our one token white guy.
Oh yeah, and John is Jewish, but John keeps it real, and that's the thing. I think he speaks to the fact that taking the labels away, who are you?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? Fuck your title, fuck your ethnicity, fuck your last name sometimes.
Right.
Who are you as a person and what is your moral fabric and what you about, right? But I think that about wraps us up for entertainment on this week's episode of This, That, and the Third. Now.